Hello, this is Jason P. Wilson 01 X-Force, and this is my comic pick of the week and runner-ups for the week of September 21st, 2011, and today is the 25th. It is a Sunday. And first up here is my pick of the week. Even though you might not be surprised that Batman #1 was my pick of the week, it actually came in a very strong week. I'm showing after this a bunch of runner-ups because I had quite a few that were neck and neck. But all in all, Batman #1 was the cream of the crop for this last week. And let me show you why. Also, I'm doing a VGA instead of HD for this. HD takes up a lot of space, and I thought if there wasn't much of a difference, this is the way to go. So let me know if you prefer the HD or if this VGA is just as good or almost as good. So for Batman #1, first off, artwork is fantastic. This is part 1 to Batman in Knife Trick. So right off the bat, first page, you got Scarecrow, Two-Face, Killer Croc, Mr. Freeze, just to show a few. And obviously Batman right here taking them all on. There will be a little bit of spoilers here. Also, I'm going to be showing some spoilers on some other ones as well, so just to let you know. I won't talk about the spoilers, but you might be able to figure it out by just looking. So anyways, action is really well done. I really like some of these characters that I have not seen before. And then boom, here we go. Joker jumps in and starts to attack all of the villains. Very surprising. Not sure what's going on. I was enjoying it. And then here we have Batman talking to Gordon. Now obviously Commissioner Gordon looks very young, and so does Batman / Bruce Wayne. But it seems to work. Now here you notice right away, you see all the Bat vehicles, including the one that was used mainly by Dick Grayson and Damian Wayne. So you immediately know that all the continuity is intact, even though everyone is younger. Then here again, we see, again, spoilers. I won't say what's happening here, but you can probably figure it out. Yeah, so here's a shot I was talking about. We have Bruce Wayne, Dick Grayson, Tim Drake, Damian Wayne. All of them looking very young, but for some reason, it seems to work. It's not just the artist that makes it work, it's really the writing as well. Of course, this is Scott Snyder and Capullo. And wow, what a team. What a team. Now I mean, look at this baby face here. Holy cow. Still, it seems to work. Again, everyone, looking fresh and young and vibrant. Writing is fantastic. Me personally, I never get tired of Batman covered with bats. Awesome. And of course, I don't need to say who this is. It's great to see him. Again, still looking unhealthy, but very much a younger version of himself. Yes, this is a great comic, extremely well written, even though, you get through it pretty quickly, at least I do. I go back and I read it over and over again. Beautiful artwork, fantastic writing. This is the team to read. I mean, even though I'm liking Marvel quite a bit, there is no team on Marvel that is going, at this point, is going to match Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. Man, this was great. Okay, and my only Marvel here is Schism. issues number 4 or 5. Now, I'll go ahead and show some of this too. If you guys already saw my reviews, here's that picture I was talking about that he was looking at and kind of remembering back when he was different. And then right here, he kind of, straightens up the picture to let everyone know that he reveres the past as a golden time that is special to him. So here's a Sentinel, and right off, Wolverine is trying to take him down and can't. And the only thing that was questionable, really, on the storytelling is that Wolverine gets blasted and lands quite far away right here, which works because he seems to beat the Sentinel. Sentinel is huge and is walking towards Utopia. All the other main X-Men are incapacitated. And here's that awesome shot. Here's this great shot of Cyclops just letting his optic blast rip. And even though he does massive damage, it's not enough to barely even slow it down. And then here, Wolverine outswims or beats the Sentinel to the island. Now, you can say, well, he was blown halfway there. Still, he's not really a swimmer. He's really heavy, so I'm assuming he walked on the bottom. And it was just, I can't imagine him beating the Sentinel to the island. But, that's not really a big deal. It's a comic book, right? So, the argument starts. It gets pretty hairy. Here's a real cool picture right here. You get to see the eyes of Cyclops. He's pretty upset. Wolverine comes and he's dressed up and he's like making the decision for everyone because Scott's not listening to him. And then here they get into the argument and the choice words are said. And then the first blow. Jacked up Cyclops. Point blank range. After you saw what his optic blast did to the Sentinel, point blank range right in Wolverine's face. But Wolverine, obviously, toughest guy to keep down, immediately goes on the counteroffensive. So this was a great issue. The fight scene has just begun. Some really cool. Here's a cool move by Cyclops, ricocheting, hitting him in the face. A lot of really cool stuff here. Now here's the one. They had that picture of Cyclops's visor sliced in 3 pieces. And even though I'm not sure if they're actually going to do that, you have this picture of him forcing his claws through the optic blast, and you're thinking, oh, is this going to happen? And then, of course, it ends off here with them fighting the Sentinel coming in. So this is a real strong runner-up. One of my favorite issues of Schism, and definitely it was one that was in the running. Okay, the 2 books here I'll go through pretty quickly, but they were also contenders. Catwoman #1, this is the big controversy one. There is a little bit of violence in here, somewhat sexuality, so just a warning. I thought this was pretty cool. It starts off with her getting her stuff together, throwing her cats in this bag here, or this carrying case. And here's a cool shot of her jumping out the window with cats in hand. Just to remind you that even though she's very attractive, she's still a cat lady. And here's the other thing I thought was pretty cool. She goes to her friend's house, who is a cat lady. Here's a really awesome picture. Who is a Catwoman and cat lady, and she looks like one, which is pretty cool. You don't see them draw real people. Usually all the women are very attractive and shapely. But this kind of brings Selena Kyle into the real world. She's friends with another woman who really loves cats, who looks like she really loves cats. And even though she's not very classically attractive, right? You could tell she's a really good friend. And she even mentions that she used to be a showgirl. So this I kind of liked. Not everyone is in prime condition. And if you're a woman who likes cats, as much as Selena does. You probably aren't usually going to look like Selena, so it's pretty cool, the friendship they have here, and they didn't try to draw her super hot and everything. I like that quite a bit. Okay, here comes a little bit of graphic violence here, guys. Catwoman here is in disguise. Again, a little bit of sexuality as well, but she's in seduce mode, you know, that's what she does. And she gets in close and just tears this guy up with her claws. This is a really cool action scene. She just goes to town, and here's, I thought was pretty cool. Part of Selena's thing is she's a little crazy, right? She's a little crazy, and that is her character. But you don't really see that a lot. You know, they'll make her she'll be talking, and her vocabulary will be a little off, or she'll be sassy or something. But look at her eyes. Like, look at this. She looks absolutely crazy right there, and she is doing crazy damage. And I really like how they didn't pull their punches, and they're having her character be who she is. Now here, of course, again, I'll show this. Here's the, love scene with Batman. They just embrace. It's very passionate. They start to make out, and hands are going in places. Again, it's not that big a deal, but people really freaked out about it. So here, her hand's up his shirt and stuff. It's not the other way around. Her hand is up his shirt. So, anyways, I didn't think it was that big a deal. I thought for showing what kind of character she is, it was very important. So that was Catwoman #1. Very strong issue, and it was definitely a strong contender. And here's the other one. And this is Red Hood and the Outlaws #1. The other big controversy. The artwork here is really, really nice. I would say it probably comes in third, really close with Nightwing, and Capullo, I think, edged out this artist as well. But it doesn't matter. All the artwork was really great in all these issues. And I'm a big, Red Hood fan, so I was really enjoying this. I really like how you can see his emotions in his face. I'm not exactly sure what kind of mask the mask is. Maybe we'll find out more about that later. I'm not sure if it's the hood, like a motorcycle helmet, like it was in the animated series, but it seems to have expressions. So that'll be pretty cool to see how that develops. Now here is Corey here. And, she's drawn like she's always drawn. Very attractive, very shapely. She's, I remember issues with her making out with Tim Drake. And it was pretty, passionate. And she was drawn sexy. That's her character. So, pretty cool here. You get to see interaction between the characters. There's a lot of funny stuff. In fact, Jason Todd is hilarious. Of course, Jason Todd is Red Hood. He's really funny. He has some pretty funny lines. Again, here is Starfire being sexy. That's what Starfire does. It's part of her character. Again, it's just a bikini. Nothing big. They talk about her. Again, I was really enjoying this art. It's just, I really liked it. Just really, they're on an island here, and I know it was really cool. I liked the feel of it. It was bright. There was a lot of dark comics I read because I read a lot of Batman, so it was cool to read one of the quote-unquote Bat books, sort of a Bat book, and have it be nice and bright. So, okay, here's the, it shows them laying in bed together. I guess that would be a big deal. And still, that's all they show, and then we, go from there. But it was a really, really strong start, and I really enjoyed this book. It was a lot of fun, and again, I really hope controversy on both these last issues doesn't change the team's direction, because I like the direction it's going in. It's really good. And yes, Red Hood and the Outlaws #1, very strong issue, and it was great. Again, you know, more mature reading, definitely, but you saw the worst of it, and the worst wasn't really that big a deal. Okay, so next up, and I do have a lot of honorable mentions, but I just thought all these issues were great. Higgins, Burroughs, and I just want to show a little bit of this artwork because I thought it was great. Nightwing is back. Artwork, the action. I like how the panels are pretty cool. Again, DC definitely is showing being edgy with some of these comics. They're showing more blood than I think they used to. Obviously, Marvel does that quite a bit. But all of these comics are marked. They're either teen or teen plus, so you know what the age should be to read these comics. The story was really strong on this. I really like the artwork. Gosh, I'm showing all these commercials. Yes, very, very strong. The writing was pretty cool too. I liked some of the dialogue, and I liked what they're doing with Nightwing. I like where he's going. Again, here's a villain that I think is really cool. I'm really looking forward to these two being against each other. And I know a lot of people are wondering who this guy is, and to be honest, I'm not positive, but I've read a lot about books, and I don't remember him. So I'm thinking either he's a brand new villain, or perhaps he's a villain that hasn't really been in the Bat, universe or something. I don't know, but I'm thinking he's brand new. But whatever the case, I like him a lot. This is a great issue, and definitely, even though it wasn't one of the main contenders, it's definitely an honorable mention. And this next one is probably on the bottom of all the rest, but I did want to show the artwork. A lot of people were really curious about Supergirl and how the artwork was. I actually thought the artwork was great. Now, the story itself was pretty simple. It didn't really address a lot, but I thought for a first issue, it did introduce the character in a very unique way. So, first of all, the way she crashes on Earth, pretty cool. It's not the friendly way she kind of crashed before. Here's the costume, and like I said, I kind of enjoy this art style. Here's the costume. Definitely, it looks pretty cool. Now, she covers up her mid-dress, but she has kind of like high boots. She had a short skirt before. Now it's more like a one-piece kind of a thing. She does show leg, but it works, and I think the design is really cool. So here's a cool panel right there. I'll kind of be quick here because I did show a lot. But here's some of the action sequences that I thought were quite good. Again, it kind of shows her power set right away, where before she kind of had to learn her abilities. This happens all pretty quickly, yet it totally makes sense, and I liked it quite a bit. I'm looking forward to the next issue. We all know that she goes toe-to-toe with Superman in some kind of aggressive confrontation, so there's no big surprise there. It doesn't happen, of course, in this comic, but she does come at the end. So yeah, here they are. She's discovering a few things, what's happening to me. They're testing her, kind of jacked up. I'm not sure what that's all about. Here's cool. This is cool. All the things that she's hearing. Pretty cool. Here we got different languages and stuff. I like that. And here we go. Her kicking some more butt. Taking these guys out. Again, I just want to show the artwork. I'm not really talking about the story too much, but you can kind of see the whole story just by looking at the pictures. And at the end, Superman. Now, some people I had mentioned before doesn't really draw Superman very well. I think they're doing a pretty decent job here. So that was Supergirl #1. I thought it was a strong issue, and I'm definitely one I'm going to continue reading. And with that said, those are my honorable mentions and pick of the week. Curious what you guys think. If you guys picked these up, and if you didn't, if what I showed you, you guys are now thinking about maybe picking one or two of these up. And with that said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.